Are you struggling to navigate the complexities of certifying for unemployment benefits in New Jersey and feeling overwhelmed by the process? Well, you're not alone. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to break down the exact steps, rules, and strategies you absolutely need to successfully manage your New Jersey unemployment claim.
So why are we doing this? Look, mastering this weekly process is absolutely critical for your financial stability while you're out of work. We aren't just talking about getting approved that very first time. We're talking about the weekly routine that makes sure those benefit payments actually hit your bank account without any agonizing delays. Just one simple misunderstanding of the rules, that can lead to literally weeks of waiting. And that is exactly what we want to help you avoid today.
All right, we've got a lot of ground to cover. Here's our roadmap for today. 1. Intro and eligibility. 2. Account setup and verification. 3. The weekly certification process. 4. Maintaining your eligibility. 5. Troubleshooting common issues. And finally, 6. Additional resources and support.
Let's jump right into Section 1, Intro and Eligibility, Understanding the Foundations.
Okay, so the absolutely crucial starting point here is that alongside losing your job through no fault of your own, which, typically means layoffs, downsizing, or business shutdowns, rather than voluntarily quitting or being fired for gross misconduct, you also have to pass a monetary test. Basically, New Jersey requires you to have at least 20 base weeks of earnings in covered employment during your base year period. What's a base week? It just means you earned at least 20 times the state hourly minimum wage. Now, if you don't quite hit that week count, don't panic. There's an alternate earnings test. You just need to have earned a minimum of $10,000 during that same time frame. The key word here is or. You need either the 20 base weeks or the 10 grand threshold. Hit those marks and you're ready for the next step.
Moving right along to Section 2, Account Setup and Verification, Accessing the System.
So this mandatory onboarding comes down to 3 exact steps. First up, you're going to register online over at the New Jersey Department of Labor website using your email and social security number. Second, you have to undergo some strict identity proofing through a partner service called ID.me. This is totally non-negotiable. It's there to protect your identity and shut down fraudulent claims. And third, during your very first time certifying for those weekly benefits, the system is going to prompt you to create a 4-digit PIN. Trust me, memorize this PIN, write it down, put it in a safe spot, because you are going to need it for literally every future interaction.
Now, please be super careful about this next part. If your online account sits inactive, meaning you don't log in for 1 full year, the database automatically purges your registration, just to keep the whole system secure. If that happens, there's no forgot password button to save you. You'll have to start the entire registration process completely over from scratch.
All right, on to Section 3, the weekly certification process, securing your payment.
The state explicitly warns us that rushing through this leads to errors. The Department of Labor actually urges everyone to read their online how-to guide before certifying. Think of this weekly application like a pop quiz. You really need to review your answers carefully before hitting submit. Usually, claims with no complications get processed in about 3 weeks. But if you make a tiny error, invert a single number or put in the wrong work dates, your claim gets flagged for an agent to review manually, and that means major delays for your much-needed benefits. So, here's the deal. There are exactly 7 standard questions that you have to answer accurately every single week to prove you still meet the legal requirements in New Jersey. These pop up right on the web app, and getting them wrong gives you that dreaded "claim not payable at this time" error message. For instance, say you're expecting to be recalled to your old job. You might naturally think, hey, I shouldn't be looking for work right now. But under the standard rules, answering no to actively seeking work could completely freeze your claim. So, pro tip. Always keep the official cheat sheet from the NJDOL website open while you answer these 7 critical questions.
Section 4. Maintaining your eligibility, the ongoing requirements.
To keep protecting those benefits, keep in mind that unemployment insurance is a temporary safety net while you're actively searching for a job. You've got to be physically and mentally able to work and available. That means you're ready to start immediately, you've got transportation, and you aren't tied up with conflicting caregiving duties. On top of that, you have to prove you're looking by contacting at least 3 different employers every single week. Make sure you keep a detailed written record of who you reach out to. Oh, and definitely show up for any scheduled appointments with the Department of Labor, whether they're in person or on the phone.
Now, you do actually have a bit of flexibility here. Say you get a job offer, but it pays way too little compared to your old salary, or it's just a completely terrible fit for your specific skills and experience. In those cases, it might not be considered suitable work.
And if it's not suitable, you can generally refuse that specific offer without losing your unemployment benefits. But a quick warning, flat out refusing work that truly is suitable, that is a one-way ticket to getting disqualified.
Next up is Section 5, troubleshooting common issues, removing roadblocks.
Okay, let's look at your defense strategy against some really common roadblocks. If you happen to forget that 4-digit PIN we talked about, do not sit on hold for hours waiting for an agent. The state actually automated this. You can bypass those jammed phone lines by just using the self-service reset tool right on the claim status portal. On the flip side, though, if you make typos or flub a certification question, the fix isn't so fast. Those mistakes trigger a manual review, and that takes time. Honestly, your absolute best defense is prevention. Use the online how-to guides and triple-check your work before you hit submit.
And finally, Section 6, additional resources and support, getting official help.
Sometimes you just absolutely need to speak to a human agent. When that happens, make sure you only use the official state phone lines for your specific region, North, Central, or South New Jersey. Now be prepared to wait on hold for a bit. But more importantly, stay safe out there online. Scammers are out in full force right now, sending text messages and emails that look exactly like they're from the NJDOL, complete with fake links trying to steal your PIN or password. The real Department of Labor is never going to ask for your password in a random text. When in doubt, just hang up and call the official numbers directly.
We really hope this explainer has empowered you to successfully navigate the system. It takes some patience and serious attention to detail, but you've absolutely got this. Please note, this explainer offers a general overview and is intended for informational purposes only. For personalized advice or assistance, consult a qualified professional or the New Jersey Department of Labor directly. So, get your records organized, verify those answers, and remember, this system is a safety net built specifically for you. The real question is, how will you use this time to pivot toward your next great career opportunity?